Today we have a special guest, Joe Sedlak, with us, who's going to tell us a little bit about something that's gone back to at least the 90s or maybe even further. We'll find out from Joe in a minute. But that's about how long this program was when it first started. As I mentioned, Joe's our guest. Joe, welcome.
Thank you.
So Joe, we talk about starting in the 90s. When did you start here in Monroeville?
I started in 1988, so I've been here for 36 years now.
And what I love about that, your start is, how did you start? You're now the Human Resource Director here in Monroeville. How did you start working for us?
I went to Penn State, I came out of college, and at that time there were no jobs. And so I got on public. So I worked public works for 6 years and then moved up the ladder to my current position of Human Resource Director.
From the 80s all the way to this time now. Wow. That's amazing. Joe, you really don't look like you've been working at this place for 1980s.
I feel like it, though.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about what we're here today. Coming up on April 27th is the Jack Sedlak Monroeville Clean Up Day. Talk a little bit about, if you could, who's Jack Sedlak?
Okay. Jack was my dad. He was involved in everything. He was one of the starters of the Monroeville Baseball Association. He was always involved in the community, whether it was church, whether it was the government, he was involved. So he was on council back in the 90s, and unfortunately he passed away in 1995. So when he passed away, council decided at that point to name the annual cleanup day after him because he always was out picking up litter. He grabbed people and said, "Come on, we're gonna go clean this up." So they decided, since he was involved in it and since he started it, to name the day after him.
Do you think he would be surprised if he came back and saw all of that?
I think he'd be proud. He was happiest when he saw people helping the community. And so he would be happy that he would see 300, 400, 500 people out on the roads that day cleaning up the streets.
Wow. So with that many people, they're not just doing like one area or maybe the community park. Where are they working at?
What we do is we allow people to choose where they want to pick up. And a lot of people pick up their neighborhoods, but some people do the local park or they do an area that they know is bad. Like my brother Jay, he does a section of Garden City every year because that's where he was born and raised. So he goes, I'm going to do Old William Penn Highway from the tunnel down by Penn Hills, and he goes all the way to the Speedway with the Parkway bridges. So he does that every year. So people get a section which they go attached to. So they want to make sure it looks good every year.
Almost like teams though. Maybe a company might go out as a group and do it. I'm sure over these years you guys have retrieved some pretty interesting things.
Yeah, I mean, every year there's something. I myself pick up here by the municipal building with about 5, 6, 7 other people. And every year someone finds money, which is always nice.
Money?
Yeah,
nice. Yeah.
We found a couple of $100 bills. We found 20s. So every year somebody finds something. But over the years, you know.
No, we don't leave Easter eggs behind, right?
No.
No. Okay, just make sure.
But every year, you know, we pick up 1,000 bags at least.
Wow.
That's how many we do every year. And then 25, 30 tires. One year they pulled a lawnmower out of the woods, an axle from a car. I mean, there's always, you know, when people start digging into the area, they find something to pull out.
So are the people coming with their own bags, or how does this work? I mean, do they?
No, PennDOT supplies us with all the bags, gloves, and vests. And so all we need is for the people to come out, and we'll give you all of that. And then they go out, do their areas, and leave the bags there, and the municipality will pick up the bags and whatever else is there that day. We never let it sit around over the weekend, because if you do that, all you get is more trash because animals will get into the bags or what have you. So we pick the bags up that same day.
And these are like large outdoor bags, and you say there's like 1,000 of them that get picked up?
Yeah, every year. I mean, I go through 1,000 bags every year. I get, you know, from PennDOT, and every year we have no bags left at the end.
So help me understand, the logistics of this must be if people are signing up or registering to say, I'm going to clean on, you know, Mosside Boulevard or over by the municipal building or over down, you know, Old William Penn Highway, you're dropping off bags, gloves, vests?
No, what they do is they come to the Parks and Rec department.
Okay.
And when they come up, we'll have everything ready for them. They put in, they'll need so many bags, so many gloves, so many vests. Along with that, we give a T-shirt out every year to all the, which I have here, which we give out to each of the volunteers. So we have all the T-shirts ready for them as well. So they pick up everything, and then 9 o'clock, they start and go till they're done, and then we stop and
So it's a blitz, like 500 people just spread out all over Monroeville, start picking up for a couple hours or so, and then what?
And then afterwards, we have a picnic. We have a picnic up at the community park, and where we have local vendors that donate food. Dad's Pub and Grub gives us the hot dogs. Utz gives us the snacks. Turner's Dairy the drinks. And we also have watermelons and cookies, and we have a big picnic, and which we give out prizes as well. We raffle off prizes for adults and children. This year's grand prize is going to be another 55-inch TV that 55 Amazon.
55 inches, nice.
Yeah, the Amazon donated. We have prizes from the Pirates, the Steelers, local vendors. We'll probably have 25, 30 prizes for adults and 25 or 30 prizes for kids.
So if I understand, it's pretty much a better half of a Saturday. So it's not necessarily the whole day, because if you're doing lunch, people can get on with the rest of their activities for the afternoon of their Saturday.
Yes, I want to get everybody out by about 1:30.
Excellent.
So it's like, okay, clean up, come up, we'll start feeding you as soon as you come out to the park, 11:15, 11:30. And then as soon as we're pretty sure everybody's there, because we hand out raffle tickets. So then that's when we start handing out the prizes at that point.
Well, if you got free food and free T-shirts, you can count me in. So this is this year's T-shirt.
Yes.
Very nice.
This year's design, it's a different design every year. So this year's design, we're honoring the police officers here at the municipality who were shot recently, and all the police officers. It's Project Blue Light, so we decided to put it on the T-shirts, and we're honoring the police this year.
Yeah, so the Blue Light is a national program, actually, that residents anywhere in the United States, if they can have one of their outdoor lights or maybe a light that's visible to the outside that is inside that's blue, it just says to the police, we support you, and we're glad that you're protecting our community. And as you mentioned, Monroeville's gone through a lot this past year with 2 officers being shot while on duty, and it's become really important for us to have that.
Yeah, I thought that was just a good thing to do. Yeah. Cleanup's a good thing to do, but honoring them as well is also good.
Not knowing your dad, Jack, I'm sure that he'd be really, really proud to see that.
Yeah, he was something. He was always making people laugh. I mean, everybody loved him because he always did for everybody. Yeah. And so he would love this. He would absolutely love this because he loved kids. He loved to see them. He would bring pumpkins home every year for all the kids, Christmas trees for all the kids. So he would love this.
Well, I'm very excited to take part in my first Jack Sedlak cleanup day, and I'm thrilled to be getting a shirt. So what we need to do is, how do people sign up and be a part of this great event? Because there's room for everyone.
Yeah, all they need to do is call the Parks Department at 412-856-1006, and you just have to tell them, I have this many people, I'm going to do this area, and if they don't have an area to do, we'll assign one to them that we know is bad. And if you have little kids, don't worry, we don't put any little kids on the street. Okay. We'll put them in the parks, or we'll put them in an area that we know is safe. Yeah,
safety is really important. It's much more important than anything that we do, is that people are safe. And I also know they can register online. There's a fillable form. If they hit the link, they can fill all that information and be able to register that way as well.
Yeah, everything on our Facebook pages, it's there. On TV, MMTV, it's on there as well. So there's a lot of different avenues you could do to sign up. And, I think right now we have about 150 people. I think the most I ever got was like 650. I usually get between 400 and 500. And I always get nervous because it's a couple weeks before and we only have 150 people. But I'm hoping we get that usually at the end when people see the weather's going to be nice. And all I need is that 2-hour window. Yep. 9 to 11. It just needs to be nice. And then we'll be underneath at the park in case it rains. So for the picnic, we'll be dry.
Well, great, Joe. I'm so excited about this event, and I can't thank you enough for being a part of this today. I'm convinced that people are going to be interested in signing up. And again, just go online and do the signups, and we want to have more than 600 be there.
More the merrier.
Thank you for
more
your
the
time.
merrier. Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.